Royal class, my name is Charlie Trin and welcome to the 5 Notes. Just kidding. Okay guys, let's talk seriously now. So my IOP proposal is on the book Beloved by Toni Morrison, who won a Nobel Prize because she's that cool. So what I'm going to talk about is symbolism. What symbols I'm going to talk about? Well, I'm going to talk about the color red and what does beloved mean in the novel. So when you think of the color red, what do you guys believe? What do you guys think? Well, you guys may think of the antagonistic color red, you know, like in Star Wars, like the Piju, but that's not what it means. But how about maybe it means, you know, love or, yeah, Valentine's Day. That's not what it means either. What it really means, well, how I interpret it, it's the lack of freedom someone has and someone who is stuck inside the past. That's what the color red means, and it's shown throughout the novel. For example, Paula D's Tin Heart. And how about Beloved? Well, I believe Beloved is a wake-up call to Sepha and Paula D, telling them, you know what, I think you should wake up and finally face your past. Because throughout the novel, Sepha and Paula D runs away from the past. Like, let's start with talking about Beloved. So, in the beginning of the novel, Sepha tells us that she would never run away anything. She would never run away from house 124. She would never run away from anything ever again in her life. Is it strange, however, that she keeps running away from her past? Like, and then when Paula D shows up, you would think, you know, they may, you know, like have closure and start talking to each other and like talk about the old memories of Sweet Home, so they can feel better. They do neither of this. It's quite strange, and then all of a sudden, randomly out of nowhere, Beloved appears, and then it's just coincidence that she makes Sepha think about her past, confront her past, and start talking about all the things she never told anyone in Sweet Home. So that's what I conclude about Beloved and how she's used by Toni Morrison in the novel Beloved. Now let's shift our focus to the color red. Well, the color red is shown in Paula D's Tin Heart. You know, our heart is red, you know, if I rip open my chest right now, but I'm not going to do that because I'm on campus still. So the color red symbolizes the lack of freedom someone has and how they're stuck inside the past and they're chained to the past still, but never actually confronting it. Because Paula D, when he is, all the things that happen in Sweet Home, he remembers it and he never wants to talk about it again. Him getting sold to a guy named Brandywine and him attempting murder on Brandywine and then sent to prison. All this happens in Paula D. When he finally escapes, he takes off his real heart and has a tin heart to replace all his feelings. He's just running away from the past. Like, he's just avoiding the problem. And that's why I feel like the color red represents the heart. Now, if we look at Sepha, for example, Sepha with the color red is shown on Beloved's headstone. Every time Sepha thinks of her dead child, Beloved, she thinks of a headstone, her gravestone, where there's little red dots on top of the gravestone. Why are these red dots? Well, we can think that the red dots represents somewhat like blood splatter, you know? Because, you know, Beloved did get her neck cut open by Sepha. And Sepha still remembers this, but she never wants to talk about this. And coincidentally, Beloved comes in and finally tells Beloved, just confront your past already. What's there to be afraid of? And I will talk more in depth in class right now. Back to the present. Phew. I like to add, Beloved acts like an alarm clock in the novel. Like how I'm going to do that to Mr. Euler right now. Watch this. No, dude, we're going to do it. I'm going to be like an alarm clock. Hi, Mr. Euler. Happy test day. Okay.
No.
IOP. We're done.
Charles. No.
This is for my IOP. I'm done. Bye, Miss.